Hey, what's up, Atlas Navigators? I'm your host, and today we're diving headfirst into a country so vibrant, so diverse, and so deliciously complex that if your only experience of it is a greasy chain restaurant burrito, you're about to have your mind absolutely blown. We are, of course, talking about Mexico, the land where corn is king, the sun is always high, and death is celebrated with cake and confetti. This is the Atlas Narrator, and prepare yourselves, because we're about to explore the United Mexican States. Now, if you're charting a course through the Americas, Mexico is impossible to miss. It anchors the southern part of North America, sharing that massive northern border with the United States, and down south it cozies up to Guatemala and Belize. Geographically, this place is just showing off. Mexico is the 13th largest country globally by land area, sprawling across nearly 2 million square kilometers, and boasts over 9,000 kilometers of coastline, flanked by the Pacific Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, and the sparkling Caribbean Sea. You've got arid deserts and rugged granite mountains in Baja California, giving way to lush tropical rainforests, volcanic plateaus, and dramatic canyons elsewhere. The central part of the country is dominated by the high-altitude Mexican Plateau, home to some of the country's most populous cities, including the capital, Mexico City. And speaking of high altitudes, Mexico sits right on the Ring of Fire, meaning it's tectonically active. You can visit towering, dramatic volcanic peaks like Popocatépetl, which clocks in at 5,462 meters, or Pico de Orizaba, Mexico's highest point at 5,700 meters. It's a country that literally moves beneath your feet. It's also wildly rich in natural splendor, ranking 5th in the world for natural biodiversity, making it one of the planet's 17 megadiverse countries. We're talking about everything from Mexican wolves to pumas, and a dizzying number of plant species, like the native poinsettia flower, which is still known in Spanish as the flower of the Holy Night. But what truly defines this land is its magnificent history. Mexico is considered one of the original cradles of civilization, with human presence dating back at least 8,000 years. Long before Europe was doing much of anything, great civilizations flourished here in Mesoamerica. We're talking about the Olmecs, who emerged around 1500 BCE and are recognized for possibly inventing writing in the region, the Zapotecs, the complex Maya civilization, whose achievements in writing and architecture are legendary, and, perhaps most famously, the Aztec Empire. The Aztec capital, Tenochtitlan, the site of modern Mexico City, was one of the largest cities in the world when Hernán Cortés arrived in 1519. If you want to touch this ancient past, you have plenty of opportunity, as Mexico has more sites on the UNESCO World Heritage List than any other country in the Americas, including the awe-inspiring pyramids of Teotihuacan and the intricate structures of Chichen Itza. The Spanish conquest in the 16th century, culminating in the fall of Tenochtitlan in 1521, began 3 centuries of colonial rule under the name New Spain. This era fundamentally shaped Mexican identity. The country gained independence after a long struggle from 1810 to 1821. The resulting culture is described as the child of both Western civilization and Native American traditions. This process, called mestizaje, created a massive mixed-race population that forms the majority of Mexico's people today. Let's talk language and people. Mexico is the most populous Spanish-speaking country in the world. Now, while Spanish dominates public life, the government recognizes an astounding 68 indigenous languages as national languages, including Nahuatl, spoken by about 1.7 million people. This is where the world gets some linguistic treasures, as words like tomato, chocolate, coyote, and avocado are Nahuatl in origin. If you're visiting, learning a few phrases is helpful, though maybe avoid confusing tengo hambre, I'm hungry, with tengo hombre, I have a man. A classic beginner mistake, apparently. The people themselves are notoriously kind, helpful, and welcoming, especially when you venture off the main tourist paths. This mix of ancient and modern, Spanish and indigenous, is perhaps best displayed in one of Mexico's most famous holidays, Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. Celebrated around the turn of October and November, this UNESCO-recognized tradition is not a time of mourning, but rather a vibrant celebration. a welcoming party for the souls of the deceased returning to Earth. Picture this: cemeteries filled with music, rich food, and family gatherings. Everywhere you look, there are orange marigolds, or cempasúchil, symbolizing the victory of life over death, their petals literally paving the path for spirits to follow home. People paint their faces in the iconic Catrina skull design. Interestingly, the massive parades seen today in Mexico City are a relatively new custom, actually rooted in a scene from a James Bond film, which then became a cemented symbol of the capital. Now let's talk about the absolute cornerstone of Mexican life: the food. If you visit Mexico, you will be, and I quote, ruined for life when it comes to Mexican food outside the country. The local cuisine is immensely diverse and complex, with each state boasting its own unique regional dishes. This culinary tradition was recognized in 2010 by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The foundation of all this flavor is maize, or corn, alongside the ubiquitous chili pepper. And while Mexican food has a reputation for being fiercely spicy, chilies are used for flavor and depth, not just heat, and many dishes offer surprisingly subtle flavors. The menu is vast, so let's hit the highlights. You simply must try chilaquiles for breakfast. It's lightly fried corn tortillas cut into quarters, topped with eggs and salsa verde or salsa rojo. For a labor of love, seek out mole. This marinade paste often contains over 100 ingredients, and contrary to popular belief, not all moles contain cacao or chocolate. It is often served atop enchiladas or as a marinade for meat, and it is considered a symbol of Mexican identity. Down in the Yucatan, try cochinita pibil, a slow-roasted pork stew seasoned with sour orange and annatto seeds, which give it a deep orange color. But if we're talking street food, the true heart of the culinary scene, we have to mention tacos. They are hands down the favorite Mexican food. The legendary tacos al pastor originated from Lebanese immigrants bringing their shawarma concept to Mexico. They are grilled pork tacos made on a vertical spit, and they absolutely always must have pineapple on top. For the adventurous eater, try chapulines, salty, crunchy grasshoppers often served as a snack alongside alcoholic beverages. And if you're ever in Guadalajara, try torta ahogada, which translates roughly to a drowned sandwich. It's a soggy sandwich filled with meat and smothered in red sauce. Fair warning, one traveler reported it was their least favorite regional food, so proceed with caution. To wash it all down, skip the bottled soda and order agua del dia, the refreshing water of the day, usually flavored with fresh fruit like passion fruit, maracuya, or blueberry, mora azul. Or try jugo de Jamaica, a deep maroon-colored juice made from boiled hibiscus leaves. Remember to pronounce it Jamaica, and if you prefer less sweetness, ask for it sin azúcar. And of course, there are the famous spirits derived from the maguey plant, tequila, mezcal, and resila. In contemporary Mexico, life in major cities is often similar to that in the US or Europe. But in smaller towns and provincial areas, traditions are fiercely guarded. Architecture here spans millennia, blending pre-Columbian monumental structures like the ancient city of Uxmal in the exuberant Puc style, with grand colonial constructions like the Cathedral of Zacatecas. When it comes to entertainment, association football, or soccer is the most popular team sport and deeply ingrained in the culture. Iconic teams like Club America and Chivas de Guadalajara command fervent national followings. For traditional spectacle, Mexico also hosts the world's largest bullfighting venue, Plaza Mexico in Mexico City, though the official national sport is actually carrería, which involves traditional equestrian events. Culturally, you can't overlook the worldwide popularity of telenovelas or soap operas, many of which are produced in Mexico and exported around the globe. If you plan to visit, you'll find the dry season, running from November to April, is the most popular time for travelers due to mild temperatures. The beautiful Yucatan Peninsula, known for its cenotes, natural sinkholes of crystal clear water, and resort towns like Cancun and Tulum, is generally considered the safest and most popular region. But the real magic often lies beyond the resorts, in places like Oaxaca City or the mystical abandoned mining town of Real de Catorce. Just remember the golden rules of travel: Don't flash valuables, negotiate prices respectfully, and remember that patience is key because Mexico definitely doesn't subscribe to the concept of hurry. Mexico is truly a country that refuses to fit into a single definition. It's deep, historical, incredibly sensory, and startlingly real. It's a place that asks you to participate, not just observe. It will change the way you see history, life, and definitely food. And that's our journey through the vibrant culture of Mexico for today. If you enjoyed discovering the wonders of the Aztec heartland and the flavor bombs of Oaxacan cuisine, make sure to show us some love. Subscribe to Atlas Narrator for more deep dives into the world's most amazing places. Hit that like button to help us share Mexico's story and drop a comment below telling us which authentic Mexican dish you would try first.